If you've been calling yourself lazy or feeling kind of lazy, then you should stick around for this episode of The Other Side podcast. It just might change your whole self-perception. Hello and welcome once again to The Other Side podcast. I am Annabelle Kemi, a certified mindset coach, and of course, I like to call myself a maverick because that's actually what I am. It's good to have you with me once again today. And I'm going to be busting a myth surrounding the whole idea of laziness. One interesting fact I've come to discover around laziness is this. What most people refer to as laziness is actually not laziness. When you look at yourself and you begin to think, why have I become this lazy? Most times, it's not that you are lazy. It's either you are overwhelmed, you are uninspired, or you're simply burnt out. And this happens a lot in the workspace, particularly 9 to 5s. It gets to a point in your life where you just desire more. You just feel like, I should be doing more with my life. And most times, people refer to that as midlife crisis, but I don't like to refer to it as midlife crisis because it could happen to anyone at any time. I like to refer to it as the awakening. When your soul is beginning to awaken to the fact that what you are doing does not necessarily feed your soul the way you would want it to. You yourself may not even understand what's happening with you, but you're totally unmotivated to do anything. Sometimes you just coil up in bed and pretend like you're ill so you can avoid work. You're uninspired. Everything you do becomes monotonous and life just becomes completely gray. I got to that point when I was still in my 9 to 5. And I tell you, it's not a good feeling. I being someone who likes to pride myself in the fact that I am hardworking. I know I like to work hard. But then I got to a point in my career that I just wasn't inspired to do anything. I began to see myself as lazy. I was like, what's happening? Is it that the older I get, the lazier I become? I just was not motivated to do anything anymore. And it took a long while for me to realize that I wasn't actually lazy. It was just that the things I was doing or the things that the job required me to do were not feeding my soul. They were not aligning with my personal vision for my life. And so automatically my body shut down, my mind shuts down, and burnout sets in. It may interest you to know that the World Health Organization has actually classified burnout officially as a medical diagnosis. It messes with your mind. It messes with your day-to-day activities. And you may not be able to place your finger on what exactly is wrong with you until someone else, a qualified therapist or a doctor, is able to tell you that, look, what you're going through right now is burnout. And it often stems from workplace exhaustion. But then, wait a minute. Do you want to know what the real problem is? The real problem is that you are disconnected from your purpose, from your values, from your why, from your ikigai. Call it whatever you want to call it. But when you are completely disconnected from that thing, your spirit, your soul, your body knows that you should be doing to not just add value to humanity, but also to add value to yourself, then somehow that disconnect leads you to begin to crash out. And when you crash out, you begin to fall behind, you procrastinate, you do not do things at the right time. Those things you used to always do within a record time, you just are not interested anymore. You are not inspired to do them anymore because you are disconnected from your why and the purpose for which you are on earth. Until you are able to reconnect with your true purpose and do things that align with your values and your vision in life. Trust me, you will just keep going around this cycle and continue postponing things and calling yourself lazy. And the more you call yourself lazy, the more unmotivated you are. And life just becomes drab. We don't want that now, do we? Most of us resort to the dopamine rush. We just keep doom scrolling on our phones because it gives us those short-term satisfaction we get from dopamine. But that doesn't last. When you're done, you go back to where you used to be. You go back to where your mind and your body used to be, where you used to feel like, oh, I'm just some loser. What you need is actually for you to be wired in such a way that you are consistently getting the satisfaction you require. Not from your phone, not from the TV, not from some external activity, so to say, but from something that comes from within you, something you are creating with your mind, with your hands, and you are seeing blossom, and it's exciting you internally. Automatically, you just keep getting that feeling of satisfaction, and it never ends because it's meaningful effort. And somehow you discover that you enter into the realm of flow and you're no longer lazy. When I finally stepped out and started doing the things I loved to do, do you know there were days I would work, write, think, create, and do all the beautiful things I love to do and I enjoy to do, and I even forget to eat. I just get into that flow and it becomes natural to me. And I see that I'm actually back to my hard working self. I'm not afraid to stay through the night working. If it means working until 4 a.m., I don't mind, as long as it makes me feel like, look, I am doing something important and I'm adding value to humanity. Most importantly, it aligns with my vision and the dream for where I want my life to be in the nearest future. So the big question is this: how do you discover this why? How do you sustain this dopamine from meaningful efforts? I'll give you 3 tips. The first thing you should do is this: go back to what excites you. What is that thing that always made you smile from within? What is that thing that kept you up at night just smiling to yourself? What is that thing that when you think about, you're just excited to launch it and begin to do it? Everybody has something that excites them. Go back and rediscover that thing that excites you. For some people, even way back when you were a child, those things excited you. Look back at your life and look at how your life has gone. At every stage and every phase, what was that thing that actually truly made you smile? Rediscover that and you're on the right track. The next thing you should do is this: align your to-do lists with your values. If you're someone who likes to have to-do lists every day, or if you're like me, that you do it weekly, for this week, these are the things I want to achieve, ensure that those items on your to-do list align with your values. You may be in a 9-to-5 for now and cannot afford to leave for financial reasons. That's understandable. But then, even as you have your to-do list for your 9-to-5, also have a to-do list that aligns with your personal values, that aligns with that thing you have rediscovered that excites you. Do not forget that this is a matter of your own life, not your job. It is your dream that's on the line here. So ensure that your to-do list aligns with your values. And my third point would be this: simple. Get out of the autopilot mode you have found yourself right now. You wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have your bath, you dress up, you jump into your vehicle, go to the office, sit behind your desk, write some boring memos, scold 1 or 2 staff that work with you, order for some lunch, eat, pack your bags, and you're done. It becomes a routine. You are automatically on autopilot. Nothing changes day in, day out. And the weekends, the only time you have to yourself, all you do is stay in, watch movies. You do not even look at those things that add value to you. You need to get out of that vicious cycle. You need to get out of that autopilot mode and go manual on your life. Begin to drive that vehicle yourself. Take it to the destination yourself. When it comes to your dreams, you have to be able to take the steering wheel. If you are too lazy to do that and you leave it for some machine or for some other people to do, you will lose track. So please leave the autopilot mode and get back to running your life the way you ought to be running it, for joy to come back into your life. You are not lazy. You are just exhausted. You are not lazy. You are just uninspired. You are not lazy. You are just burnt out. Now, I would enjoin you to carry out this simple exercise to start you on this journey of getting your life back. Write down 3 things that drain you right now and 3 things that energize you. Sit down and consider how you can do more of those things that energize you and add light to your life. You discover that things will begin to change gradually. Find out how you can do those things that light you up more, and gradually you will shift to the right side of life. While you consider getting yourself back on track, I want you to always remember this quote by Zig Ziglar. He said, "When you feel like quitting, remember why you started." Always remember, you are not lazy. You're just lost for now, and you'll certainly find your way. Just rediscover your why and reconnect with it. My name is Annabelle Kemi. It's been amazing chatting to you today, and I sincerely hope it added value to you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to share this channel with friends and family who you think will gain quite a lot from listening to these mind-transforming tips I bring your way every week. Stay positive, stay strong. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.